Welcome back to the Valley of the Old Farm for episode 17 with me, MrSealyp. Well, here we are again, and after the excitement of the last episode, the 116 bale silage bale frenzy, I'm done. I've collected the last 20. There are silage bale piles all around the farm, but there's a couple of things I want to talk about. Just a couple of things to add into the mix, as I often do. For Alex from the council, I'm hoping silage bales will be okay to use for the maize for the council for the Harvest Festival, because if it's for the kids, let's be honest, they're not going to get any stains on their clothes because they're wrapped. That might work, I don't know. I'll have to speak to Alex and see if that's okay. I am still going to bale some of my straw swaths when I've done my wheat and my barley, just because I want to, really. There's no particular reason to. I want to bale some straw as well, and I'm going to load that manually and store it. So I will be doing some of those bales also. So I'm hoping that's it. I'm up to, I think, 100 in total with the ones I did the other day. 158 or something? Created bales, 154. So with what I did the other day, and then the silage bales, 154, and the council required 100. So that's all good. Next thing, what do I want to show? Oh yeah, up in the top of the right hand side, the weather forecast going forward. I want to thank Epic Puffin and Wombleway for this. There were a couple of other people I think that might have mentioned it. I'm trying to rack my brains to think, but it was stuck. Mine was stuck on the winter. All of my winter said rain, and I was a little bit disappointed because, you know, it's first time on seasons. You want to get a bit of snow in the winter. Now it doesn't guarantee it. The seasons mod, I've got mine just on seasons. I've got no other geos running, so I think mine is set on kind of a British weather pattern, and we don't always get snow in the UK. You know, if we do, very little, depending on where you are in the country. So what they suggested was, if I go into the menu here and scroll across from seasons, if I go in and change my season length from 3 days to 6 or to 9, then come back out of the menu, it gives you a much longer season, and it changes the weather because it's over a longer period of time. So then once you've done that, you go back in, put it back on 3 days, and it doesn't always, bounces your seasons back. So you get different weather patterns. So I did that until I got a weather pattern I was happy with. I know it's a bit cheaty, but it worked. So thank you very much for that idea, guys. That was absolutely fantastic. The other thing was, let's get the Wopster out. Oh, that's interesting. It's not giving me. Let's try one on top. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Maybe because it's on the trailer. It was showing when at the end of the last episode, when I checked the bales, they were 3,995, 3,990, and I couldn't figure out why they weren't 4,000. Loads of people commented on this, too many to mention everyone's names. But because I've got seasons on, the bales start to degrade, the grass bales, as soon as you finish baling them. So the time it took between baling them and then wrapping them, there was degradation. Never thought of that. So the last thing I wanted to show you before I actually take these bales back is the bales themselves. If I just open up, hang on, the control panel on the top left hand corner. Now if I go L1, it says unload bales. Now I was trying to get the straps to work, and if I go R1 now and fasten tension straps, it puts them underneath the bales, and I couldn't work out why. And I had, again, loads of people comment and say, if you do L1 and then it says unload bales, if I press triangle and it says unload bales here, obviously I want them on the top of the trailer. If I want to unload here, press triangle, it unloads them onto the trailer, and you notice the trailer kind of lifts a little bit, like it's been released from whatever pressure it was under. Once you've unloaded them onto the trailer, which is weird because I know they were technically already on the trailer, if I now do R1 and fasten tension belts, it fastens them over the bales. So that's how you get the tension belts to work. So thank you to everybody that commented on that to let me know how to do that. So basically, let's undo that one more time. So operating position, that kind of resets them all, and I can unload bales by moving them around wherever I want to. That's entirely up to me. But if I bring them back to here, which often if you do R1, gets right, R1 and back onto the deck, there we go. So if I now press L1 and unload bales here, it unloads them onto the trailer, and the trailer kind of is released. And then if I do fasten tension belts, it does it over the bales rather than under. And there we go, that's it. Not too bad at all. So thank you everyone for that. So let's start the engine. Let's get these last 20 back to the farm. This field will need a spray, which I'm going to do, but I'm probably going to do that off screen, because again, last few episodes I've seen I've done it quite a lot. I've done baling, I've done mowing, I've done spraying of fields, and that the only downside, say downside, it's not a downside, with seasons, because you're doing all of these jobs, generally speaking, you would probably do them off screen, or you do a whole load in one go, or when you're playing normally. But obviously on seasons there are only certain times you can do it, and after you've done baling and various different jobs, you don't want to watch it over and over again. Now if you are new to my channel and this is the first of my videos you're watching, I honestly would urge you go back to the start of the Let's Play, watch through, because I often do this kind of narrative, a story that runs through, or just my sort of general chat. Sometimes I'll be doing something or saying something and you won't have a clue what I'm talking about. So if you go back and you watch previous videos, or just the one before, I'm on the wrong side of the road again, I keep doing that because I did the first look map tour on Sunshine Valley Farm, which was the other side of the road. I'm bouncing between. I've just got to try and remember. So anyway, I should have my beacons on, really should I? So yeah, go back, watch them all, and that way it all kind of makes a bit more sense. Which leads me on to, very nicely, a little segue into the next thing I wanted to say. Now I apologise if I'm going to offend anybody here. I'll just put that proviso out there straight away. I would urge you, off the back of saying go back and watch my videos. No. Oh, that was close. Watch the whole video before you comment. That would be my advice. And the only reason I'm saying that is because it's been quite a few people recently. You sometimes get the odd person will comment, and then you'll get a comment left saying, sorry, I should have watched the whole video. And most of the people that comment will still do that. They will still put, sorry, should have watched the whole video. They'll comment, they'll watch something, and they seem to be so incensed or annoyed or straight away. It's like, quick comment, straight away comment. Just relax, watch the video. If you've watched any of my Let's Plays, if you've watched any of what I do, you know, generally speaking, not always, it takes a while for the penny to drop. Sometimes I'll do something and it might take me a good 5-10 minutes before I suddenly think, oh, what have you just done? Then I'll correct it. If I don't correct it by the end of the video, absolutely comment, let me know, tell me. It's the only way I'm going to learn if I miss things, is by people commenting saying, did you know you could do this, did you know you could do that? Because contrary to popular belief, I don't know everything. Contrary to what I tell everyone around me, I don't know everything. So there you go, one stack of bales there, 24. I've got another, just there. This is getting ever so wobbly. I mean, be very careful, don't turn too tightly. Beacons off. Another stack of 24 there. I was running out of places to put them. Another 24 there. Oh, this is crazy. And another 24 round the corner there. Yes. Add on these 20, 116 bales. Quite a lot. These ones, I think, I'm going to stick in the cow field. I think it's probably the best bet. Let's open that up. So, what I might do is if I swing right the way around and try and line up nice and straight as I possibly can anyway, without turning too tightly. That's twice I've nearly rolled this trailer over. Take my time. I want it to be fairly flat, so I don't know whether under the tree might be a bit better, but if I can get the flat spot just up here, it should fit here. So what I'll do is unfasten the tension straps like so, press L1 and triangle. Yep. No, my mind's gone blank. There we go. L1 and triangle again. Bring them over. I'm not straight on, am I? Oh, that'll do. That'll be fine. Drop them down to the ground there. Do I want to do it there? Yes, I do. Like I say, it's not perfect, but they're off the trailer. And I am done. Okay, right, well that's all of them. That's all 116 bales dealt with, stacked, stored, whatever you want to call it. Because they're wrapped, they can stay out in the weather. That's not too much of a problem. They don't need to be undercover. Let's close the gate. No. Why do I have so much trouble closing these gates? Is it because I need to be here? There we go. Perfect. Let's go and put this away. And then, I'm trying to think now, 10:27 in the morning, late summer, got a couple of fields to spray, the grass fields. But I can't think now, all those bales are done. There's not really anything else I need to do. Nothing I can think of off the top of my head that's kind of, you know... Oh yeah, water for the sheep. That was something I need to do. I'll just put this in here. Can always move it later if I need to. So, I did already hook up the Fiat Agri TS115, 3,000 litres. I might have to pop down to the river, get some more water. I mean, there are water fountains and stuff all over the place. I could notice in the field, isn't it? I keep forgetting that. Trough's not there. Oh, there's a new one of these actually. It's not a Joskin one. Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. I haven't installed it yet. Came out on Friday from White Bull Modding and Blacksheep Modding. And it's a red one. And it's kind of flatter and wider. It does exactly the same thing, I think. But I did think maybe I might install one and give it a go. Might be quite handy to have a couple, who knows. Okay, well we've still got 2,000 litres left, so I don't need to fill it up just yet. But that's then fed, watered, and the feed area is fairly clear, because this is working very, very well. There's not a huge amount on there, but there's not going to be. Someone also suggested, and again, can't remember who, the Brantner trailer, the little Brantner I've got knocking about somewhere, to put one of these with a small trailer behind it. Again, I've never thought of doing that. I just kind of fill that up, and then move it and fill it up and move it and unload. But I suppose if you've got an 8,000 litre trailer sitting here, 8,000 litres is a lot. That feed area would have to go quite a while to produce 8,000 litres, but it would unload directly into the trailer. Then all you've got to do is move the trailer and unload it again. That's a very clever idea. If it was you, take a bow, whoever it was. I honestly can't remember. I'm so sorry. I'm getting so many comments now. I read every single one. That is no word of a lie. I read every single comment. I respond to most. Most I will like. Some don't require a response. Some are just a statement, or someone will just say they're liking something. So I'll often thank people for liking or commenting and that kind of thing. And I realise as the channel gets bigger, that's going to be a bit of an unwieldy beast. That's going to take a bit of work to do. But that's part and parcel, isn't it? So before I finish this bit off, just going to check with the Wopster, just in case, you know, over the course of the day they're suddenly ready. Why is my Wopster not working? Oh, there we go. Nope, still only 83% growth. 100% fertilised. Moisture is dropping. We're all good. Close that. Right. I am going to do what I did in the last episode and go and have a cup of tea, I think, and have a think about what I need to do next, because I'm not sure. So it's 9:45. Third day of summer, and it's almost time for bed. Still quite light though, you can tell, because it's summer, but the sun is starting to dip, and as you've seen, I've been a little bit busy, done a couple of jobs here and there. Interesting about the toolbox, I didn't even notice that over here I was getting charged when I was doing any conversions. Didn't even dawn on me. So I bought the toolbox. Yes, it cost 1,500, but now I won't have to pay anything at all when I get any work done. I'm baffled by that, because that's a workshop in your farm. I don't know why it would charge you. But anyway, what I've also done, I chopped down a tree. Well, I did a bit of de-limbing on a couple of trees, because the bottom of this pile wood is darker wood. They're limbs from trees. And then I cut down a tree and brought it over, and then chopped it, sliced it into small manageable chunks, because I want to get the fire going this evening. Although it's summer, it's getting a little bit chillier. We are heading into autumn. So here's the thing. This was shown to me, or say shown to me, told to me by Alien Jim, so thank you for this, Jim. Brought a couple of logs in. I'm building up my log pile outside, but here in the fireplace I want to stoke the fire, get the fire going. If I put a log into the fire, you get paid. Alright, we're saying £23. Unfortunately the fire, it'd be nice if you could put a log on there and the fire started roaring or something like that, but I know how it's going to be a tricky thing to do. But if you've got a few little bits and bobs you want to get rid of, make yourself a bit of cash on the side, why not? But anyway, so that's the fireplace. I just thought I would show you that. What I am going to do though now is skip through the night, because we need to get to day 1 of autumn and hopefully harvest. Before I start the harvest, I'm going to need to get a harvester. So L1, R1 triangle. Skip the night to either dawn at 6:20 or morning at 6. I'm going to go morning at 6 because I think every minute is going to count. So X. And there we go. I got clobbered again a little bit on my vehicle running costs, but it's all good. It's still fairly dark-ish, but we are on day 1, early autumn. Let's turn the lights out, head outside, close the door. Oh, I didn't close the front door. Never mind, I'm sure someone will do it for me. One of the workers, I would imagine. So, let's get outside. Let's get over to the field. I mean, I could just look in the menu, but where's the fun in that? Fingers crossed on this. Otherwise, it's going to be a colossal disappointment. Right, Wopster. Out. 100%. We are good to go. Today is going to be a busy day. An incredibly busy day. Let's have a look. In here, at growth. Bam, there we go. So, field 2 is ready. My field, interesting enough, 56A, isn't yet. Maybe that will be the second day it'll be ready. 57 that I bought is ready. 52 and 51 are both ready, which is fantastic. 36 up here is ready. 37 isn't quite yet, but that's not a problem at all. I've got plenty to be getting on with. So at 6:03 I need to head over to the store and I need to get a harvester. I'm going to lease one and it's going to cost me a lot of money. There's no two ways about it, because the hourly rate will clobber me. But I will recoup that money as soon as I hit winter and I can start chopping down trees again and doing a bit of forestry. I'll get that money back. So to be fair, even if I get hit a little bit, it's not the end of the world. Now, interestingly as well, my cover crop has grown on my weird agroforestry track that kind of runs around the woodland. That will need to be cultivated in. Actually, to be fair, I could do that, couldn't I? If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If I just go over to the woodpile, I could do that. If but I won't. I'm going to go and get the harvester first. We're actually nearing the end of the episode. I need to get the harvester. I'm not going to do any harvesting in this episode. I'm not going to, tease anyone or anything like that, and start a bit and then not, and But it's interesting to see how this is growing. Once this is cultivated in, that'll give me a fertiliser state, and then I'll probably sow. I might put sunflowers in through the trees. Someone did mention that. It'd be nice to have sunflowers growing through the trees, through the woodland. Right, to the store. Now, bearing in mind, it is the first day of harvest season. The store is open nice and early for us. I think there's going to be lots of farmers in and out as they start using their machinery, realising things are breaking, have broken, and despite whatever repair work they've done over the summer getting everything ready, there's always going to be issues. So, as far as a vehicle goes, harvesters, I'm going to lease. Interestingly enough, I have installed, because I wanted to use it, the Rostselmash RSM 161. It has got a tank capacity of 10,500 litres, which is not to be sniffed at. Standard or wide, I'll go with standard tyres. 26,000 and 11,000 per operating hour. That is a little bit scary, but I can't afford to buy it and do everything else as well, so let's lease it. Oh, scary. As far as a header goes, the header that comes with it is the, might be right at the very end actually, the Draper Stream 900, which is a nice one because that actually comes with its own undercarriage, so to speak, which is a 9 metre. But what I could do is I could put on the case Draper, which is wider, at 13.7. That would fit and it would work, and it's going to make the harvesting a lot quicker. Yes, it's going to be more expensive to lease, but to be fair, it's probably going to be worth it in the end, I think, to get the harvest done quicker. The red will still go with the red. I know you're kind of, my OCD's a little bit, and I know if anyone's watching thinking, oh, you should be definitely using the Rostselmash header, I'm not. I'm going to go with that one. Controversial. Let's have a look. It's a nice mod, this one. I do like it. I did do a guide 2 on this. I love the design. It's very, very modern looking. The original ones were very slab sided, and this is nice. Nice looking bit of kit. And the wider header with it is going to make life so much easier. Let's fire it up. Get the lights on. Beacons on. Now, first field that's going to be harvested, like I said, it's not going to be in this episode, will be field 2 because that's closest to where we are. Well, that is a long header, isn't it? It's closest to where we are, which kind of makes sense, so I'm going to get this down there. Next episode is going to be harvest. Properly harvest. And there's going to be a lot going on. I'm not going to get all the harvesting done in one episode, absolutely no way. But what I am thinking of doing as well is once the harvest is done, re-prepping the fields, and I might start seeding, hopefully lay the seed beds, even if they kind of sit dormant, ready for spring. At least that means my spring isn't ridiculously busy, if that kind of makes sense. I hope that'll work, it's not going to be a waste of time. We'll see how that pans out. But anyway, we are at the end of this episode, and I hope you've enjoyed it. It's a few little bits and bobs needed doing, and we are getting ready for harvest. If you have enjoyed it, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.